It was the most frustrating flight she had ever taken. No sooner had Annie sat down than a man started hitting on her. To get out of the awkward situation, she pulled a random stranger over and pretended he was her boyfriend. That spontaneous moment made an impression on Carl, the guy who stepped in to help. Later, he realized she had dropped her USB drive and decided to hold on to it. Back at her office, Annie was met with fake smiles and polite greetings. Behind her back, her co-workers mocked her. Ever since her divorce, Annie had stopped believing in love. She poured all her energy into work, shutting everything else out. But her boss thought she was too dull and lifeless for a leadership role, so he gave the editor-in-chief position to someone else. When Annie tried to focus on work again, she noticed the USB was missing. She saw a phone number scribbled on a piece of paper and called it. Carl was at a party when she called. She showed up to retrieve her USB, and Carl left the party to meet her. Annie was stunned when she saw the beat-up, bubblegum pink scooter he drove. While Carl was helping her with the helmet, a co-worker snapped a photo of them. After getting her USB back, Annie turned to leave without another word. Carl wanted to talk, but she shut him down cold. It stung. The photo spread around her office like wildfire. When Annie tried to explain to her boss, he surprised her, encouraging her to do something spontaneous and fun for once. She stood there, thinking. That night, she made a decision. It was time to start enjoying life. She showed up at Carl's college campus and invited him on a date. Carl looked at her, wide-eyed and grinning. High up on a building rooftop, he confessed how that airplane encounter had made his heart race for the first time. After that, they started spending more and more time together. Annie stopped caring about how worn-out Carl's scooter looked. She even started to love it. At one point, Annie's older sister set her up on a formal date. But afterward, Annie realized she still preferred being with Carl. At a dance party, the flirtation between them turned warm and intoxicating. Carl was falling in love. One day at work, Annie noticed a small drawing taped to a tree outside the office. It had arrows guiding her to a cassette player hidden under a chair. She listened and heard Carl's voice. Just then, he pulled up on his pink scooter, grinning like a kid. It was the happiest moment Annie had felt in years. She saw the care, the creativity, and the sincerity Carl had poured into every detail. But reality started creeping in. Annie began thinking about the age gap, 20 years. She worried about the future, about how different their lives were. They slowly stopped talking. That's when Annie realized she had fallen in love with a boy 20 years younger than her. So, she quit her job. She went back to Carl's college, bursting into his classroom, ignoring the stares. And right there, in front of everyone, she boldly told him how she felt.